A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills.
And welcome to the home of the Buccos since 2001, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. It's the opener of this three-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Chad Kuhl is the man on the mound for the Pirates in this contest. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the fours. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the fours indicates.
So striding forward now, Steve Cook. And for him, you have to think a turnaround is coming. Clearly not going his way of late.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, for me, I'm going to go off script here. I think one of the keys to winning this game, I get it. The pitcher has to throw strikes. The offense has to show up. But I need more energy, more focus. I need guys flying around. I need guys looking like they want to win a ball game.
The 0-2 once more. And, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
Now at the plate, Daniel Descalzo. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry. And if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
The 1-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on date. And let's take a look at third baseman Eugenio Suarez, one of the more underrated players in our sport. Big time power from the right side, ability to crush a hanging breaking ball. Also soft hands at the hot corner. Very reactionary down there and a strong arm.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, number 17. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
The 2-1 home. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets fouled. 2-2, here it is. 2-2 pitch just missed.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count, you send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
And now it's the Pirates pitcher, Chad Kuhl.
Pitcher, Chad Kuhl.
Cook is off at first with 2 away. Pirates pitcher at the plate with a 1-2 count. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
So they'll slap an error on the catcher there, and you can tell he's not happy back there.
Adam Frazier.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Josh Bell. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. And this could be trouble now. It's 3-1.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And this is a great example of what happens when you can't find the strike zone. The first walk of the inning looked harmless enough, but this one brings a runner home. Self-inflicted wounds are always the hardest to swallow.
Striding in once again, Eugenio Suarez. In prior matchups with Chad Kuhl, he's a 300 hitter, 3 for 10. He's taken him deep once.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Sharp ground. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. And with 1 away, we'll bring you a look at the current division standings, and you can see these guys have their work cut out for them if they want to make noise in the division. Ready for another chance? Steve Cook. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball one.
Hey, you think the game plan is to pitch this guy inside? They plunked him in the first at bat, and they're clearly coming right back in again.
The 1-0 is a ball below the zone.
Boy, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation, 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
Your offense goes out and gives you a 4-run cushion. You have to find a way to stop struggling, compose yourself, and get your mechanics on point. It'd be a shame to let this one slip away.
Gonzalez, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Three and 1 to him now. Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
Second baseman, Daniel Descalzo.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Digging in to try it again, number 17. 0 for 1 here in the early going. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Two balls and 2 strikes the count to the Pirates catcher. The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
Well, he's really laboring in the early going here. That's his 3rd walk of the game already. We'll see if he can get it together, or if this is just one of those days where he's going to have to grind his way through this start.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Chad Kuhl. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Missed with a slider.
You put yourself in a situation, you got to get yourself out of it. You got the pitcher at the plate, 2-0 count. You got to take your chances and throw something middle of the plate.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Pirates leave them loaded. They still trail here. It's 6-2. digging in once again, Steve Cook. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Looking to minimize the damage here. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Row, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead, strike one. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, number 17. One of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. We played 4 full. The Reds lead it 6-4. And that brings up Scott Schebler. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Drilled down the line. And this is past him at third. Down the line. It's a fair ball. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And as we check out our team leaderboard, we see that his total is good for second best on this Cincinnati ball club. Digging in and looking for more, Steve Cook. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Set and the pitch, and there's one well above the zone for a ball. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
For the most part, he's looked really locked in at the plate in this game. Not so much on that swing, though.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. Pirates leave 1. Score remains steady at 6-4. Ready for another shot now. Steve Cook. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. Oh, that's into the rotunda area. So a two-run homer down the line in left. Number 14 on the season as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run deficit. Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep, but combined 5 times in this one.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
11-6, the final score in this ball game. Cincinnati jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Michael Lorenzen wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Chad Kuhl permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 11 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 15 men on base. For the Pirates, 6 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. They left 15 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 59.
From one of the best ballparks you'll find in the sport, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Stay tuned for Pirates baseball next. Joe Musgrove will be on the mound for the Buccos. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Standing in, Steve Cook. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. Votto over to his left. And he brings it in on the warning track. Now a moment here at PNC to take a look at the Pirates lineup card in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, this team could really benefit if Polanco can get it going again. He's coming off a month where he hit in the low 200s. I mean, he barely put up any resistance at all. That's not what you expect for him, and I'm sure he's working hard to try to figure it out and turn things around.
Up next for the Buccos, Steve Cook. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And that's by him. It's 0-1. A 1-1 count to the Pirates leadoff hitter. The 1-1. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. Running hard, he's digging for second. And it's a good start to the inning for the Bucs. It's a leadoff double. Well, fans love a lot of offense, and that's what they're getting here, Dan.
You said it, Matty. That's 10 hits in this game between the two teams already. Got to tell you, as a pitcher, this is a little painful for me to watch.
Stepping up now, Adam Frazier. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
Frazier.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
He stays alive, still 2-2. Hit hard towards center. Cook is on his way home. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. Ready now for Cincinnati, Jack Flaherty. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fourth inning here, already a 5-2 score. A bouncer to the left side. Cook right in time to first, and there are 2 away. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Steve Cook. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Pirates right now would do anything to get that leadoff guy on. They would welcome a walk.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Ready once again, Adam Frazier. He singled his last time up.
Adam Frazier.
Here's the 1-1. Chopper to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first in time. 1 away. Stepping in, Starling Marte. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, strike 2. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Hit down the line at first. Taken in by Votto, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Corey Dickerson. Head-to-head numbers against Michael Lorenzen. He's a .375 hitter. He also has 1 home run. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Duvall. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for Pittsburgh. They trail 5-2. Leading off the inning, Steve Cook, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Pitch on the way. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
It's funny, that pitch, I can picture being in the box. That pitch looks so good to hit, and why does no one ever get to it? A good executed high fastball usually blows 9 out of 10 guys away.
Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in.
The batter, number 6, center fielder Billy Hamilton.
Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Reds 5 and the Pirates 3. So the Pirates batting order turns over and set to go. Steve Cook.
Steve Cook.
Here's the first pitch to him. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Cook stands at first with one out. Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. And he misses there, 1-2. Throw over to the bag, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And again a throw, and the runner back safely. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. The 1-2 delivery. Runner goes for second. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. And the throw will come in quickly from center, so despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here.
Wow, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get the third.
Mark Hayes.
Now a spin and a throw back to second, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Tying and winning runs on base here with one big out. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. The 2-1 pitch. Heavy sinker just stayed inside.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
And a 3-2 full count to Starling Marte.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And here's a swing and a miss, and that, folks, is a big out number 2. So here's the cleanup hitter, Corey Dickerson. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, if your team really needs you like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
Pittsburgh down to their last strike. 2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Excellent work putting the finishing touches on this one, picking up save number 30 now on the year. Nice job from him.
A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The Cincinnati Reds put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Michael Lorenzen earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Raisel Iglesias retires the side to hammer down the save, his 30th. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
4 runs on 11 hits. No errors.
Afternoon baseball on tap from one of the best yards around, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Jamison Taillon, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the strengths of this guy is handling right-handed hitters. Right-handers coming into this game are hitting under 250 against this guy, so he's doing a lot of things right when the right-handers step into the batter's box.
Stepping up to the plate, Steve Cook. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Baseman, Steve Cook.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, that's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
Hamilton is there, and he has it for the first out. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, definitely watch out for Corey Dickerson. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
In now for the Reds, Adam Duvall. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Jeanette, the runner at second with 1 away. Now a bunt attempt here. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time.
Well, when you're trying to move a guy up to third with a bunt, that's exactly how you want to do it. Make the third baseman field the ball. That way his only play is to first. That was very well executed.
Coming to the plate now, Steve Cook. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Steve Cook.
First delivery to him on the way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
So stepping in, Adam Frazier. He drew a walk his first time up.
Adam Frazier.
A runner at first with no outs here. And perhaps sensing a hit and run may be on, a move to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. And now they've got him in a rundown. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. The tag, and he is cooked at first.
So much for that leadoff single. That was a good move and a pretty quick tag by the first baseman, and it's like the hit never even happened.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Steve Cook. He singled his last time up.
Cook.
First pitch on its way.
Come on, run it,
Hard on the ground towards second.
run it.
And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Steve Cook. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball.
And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike one.
Well, that rain is really coming down right now. It's raining cats and dogs. You got to make sure you don't step in a poodle. That's as hard as I've seen it rain all afternoon. Everyone, it's so much harder to concentrate when it rains.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. The 1-1 is a fastball that misses. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in his zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off yet.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8.
As we look at the numbers, we can see that he's north of 90 pitches right now, so it's not surprising to see him maybe losing a little bit of command. We'll see if he can battle through this and finish strong.
Cook on at first, nobody out. Runners off for second, and he won't have to contend with a throw as that misses for ball 4. First and second now to start the inning.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Here's Starling Marte, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Here it is, the 3-0. is taken, strike one.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
The 3-1 is in there for a full count now, 3-2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. No runs on 6 hits and 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far. And that misses. Ball 4, and he's going to need to settle down in a hurry now because he's in a peck of trouble.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Corey Dickerson. And guys, this is clearly one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game so far.
Yeah, Matt, bases loaded. They're looking to finally get that clutch hit that's kind of been elusive all day. They've had some hits, but they just haven't hit when it mattered.
Now the 3-2 pitch. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
I'm really impressed by that strikeout, and I'll tell you why. He should have gotten a call on the pitch before, and it looked like he got squeezed. This is a loaded situation. That could drive a guy nuts, drive your I loved this. He didn't let him take it out of his game, and he came back with another good and got the punch out. A really nice job of taking it one pitch at a time.
Here comes Brian Price now out of the Reds dugout on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. Kevin Quackenbush is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only one man out. Josh Bell will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only one out now. No runs on 6 hits and 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far. A shot down the first baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Line towards center field. Hamilton is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And that'll put him on the board as it's now a 5-1 ball game.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Stepping into the box, Steve Cook. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
First pitch on its way. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
I understand wanting to be aggressive, but I also understand that you can occasionally be foolish. That's a foolish swing right there. This guy's been struggling to find the zone, and you might have just bailed him out.
2-1.
One strike.
Second and third here, one man out. Line drive to center field.
All right, you're here.
That's in there. Base hit. The throw to the plate. And he can't hang on to the ball here at home plate. And that will almost certainly be ruled an error. And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. And, Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit down the third base line. He's got it. The second for one. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Hey, there was no reason to panic. He gave up a hit, but he comes right back and gets a double play to end this thing. Great resiliency right there to secure the save and the victory for the team.
5-2 the final today. The Cincinnati Reds took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Luis Castillo earned his 9th win of the year. Jameson Taillon is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Klezak, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for our